The session is on a very important topic, but neglected, although the need for this area to be developed is very high, is of leisure and entertainment. And to discuss this, I'd like to invite the panel. Mr. Brent Perrier, President, Bowling, Brunswick. Mr. Tushar Dhingra, Chief Operating Officer, Big Cinemas. Deepak Marda, Joint Managing Director, Cinepolis. Benu Sehgal, Vice President, International Recreation Park. And Karim Hamouda from Harura in Morocco. And Rajiv Manchanda from the Indian Association of Amusement Parks and Industries.
Benu, I think you are very experienced in running an amusement park. So looking at your views in how, whether indoor or outdoor amusement centers or entertainment centers are, what's better, what's the difference between the two experiences, and or can they be merged, which is a better model to run in a country like India where climate can be really, really difficult to manage?
One thing we need to understand, it's all about experience. Whether it is shopping, whether it is retail, whether it is entertainment, one thing we have to keep in mind is experience you're giving to your customer. And when you're giving experience to the customer, you need to study your customer. So when the present population, have you ever noticed Indians, when we call Indians, how much tolerance do they have? We have babies who are born in air condition. We have babies who do not travel in normal buses. And these are our target customers. We actually don't want people to come in cycles. Is it true? We are targeting the customer who is born in the lap of luxury, who is never exposed to the harsh schooling and other climates that we have experienced in our, because that time India had not evolved that much. Now schools have air conditioning, buses have air conditioning. We like to travel only by air. Most of the children have not seen the sight of train. Leave aside anything else. So why not entertainment should have that lap of luxury? So this is where if you want to attract customer, if you want to give them good experience, you will have to merge the two. At the same time, I cannot neglect the effect of nature. Because we have amusement park, I had two amusement parks. They are open, they are not indoor amusement park, they are outdoor amusement parks. So I see a hit in my footfall in the month of May and June. But then again, October, September, November, December, Jan, we see a sharp increase. On the contrary, I'm fortunate enough to head to malls also which are next to the amusement park. The footfalls are never matching. When I experience 3 lakh footfall in my mall, the next door amusement park is experiencing 3,000 footfalls only. So there is something wherein people come in with the destination in mind. Now when we are combining the two, when we are combining retail and entertainment, we need to be very, very specific. We need to see, are we having the right kind of entertainment? It has to be very small, it has to be very family oriented, it has to be less of thrill. Have you noticed Indians are not very thrill oriented? We need not copy the West blindly. We should see what makes this target audience or target customers which we are targeting at, they are not they are not extreme thrill oriented. See, the very fact that the subcontinent required Columbus to discover, the Mount Everest required Edmund Hillary to come and discover the experience. So we should see that there has to be a minimum level of humor, comedy, little level of thrill that will retain the customer in your mall. Now talking about amusement park, when we are planning amusement park, we need to have a lot of shades, we need to have many options wherein you can come from AC environment, hop into the nature, come back to a AC environment, hop again back. That will require success, am I right, Rajiv? Because you are involved in planning. I'm fortunate enough that he has planned our amusement park. So therein little mistakes which we have made, I want publics to learn. I want the other people who are now planning some amusement outside should learn that we require a lot of AC, atmosphere maybe, but then there are options wherein you can enter an AC atmosphere, experience the ride, come back again to the AC. I've seen that in Raipur. Okay. A small city like Raipur has, wherein, you know, it is still in the planning stage, wherein the ride will take you out and then again bring you back. So all those things have to be very innovative. But my only request is just be Indian first instead of copying the West all the time. Thank you. I have a huge center in the mall as well. And I would like to add here that what we found was youth responded very positively to bowling. And what Prince said was correct. It's a very family-oriented sport. And Indians like to have outings wherein the entire family can be accommodated. And this is one of the spots wherein your mother can bowl, father can bowl, child can bowl, your grandma can clap. So this is something wherein I feel is the emerging sport. And we have noticed that Indians lack sports. We are brought up watching movies, going to cinema, or when we have a very long weekend, we go for outing to have food, chaat pakoras, and beyond that, we don't have any other sports attached to us. And what I find here in Delhi, in Noida itself, now bowling, we have launched 2 leagues, and bowling leagues are becoming very popular.
To you, what do you think are the critical success factors for an amusement center or amusement park? What do you think are those
is it
key
amusement
factors?
park or
amusement
FEC?
Park. The amusement park.
Vishal, we've been very fortunate that we have a property wherein retail has kind of amalgamated or married to amusement. In the malls, I think we cannot retain customer without entertainment. It is something like Sabji Mein Namak. We have to have entertainment. We cannot do without cinema, so we require cinema as whatever, like, you know, I cannot see the success of a mall without cinema. Similarly, I cannot see retaining my customer without FEC. It can, so it has to be integral part of your mall when you're planning. But at the same time, I cannot guarantee that if you place an amusement park next to your retail center, it will be boom business. No. It might not be. It all depends on the kind of rides you have, the kind of experience you give to the customer. And amusement park is very interesting business. Why? Because this is something India is lacking, and if it is done in a planned manner when your investments are low. And how can your investments be low? When your rides are manufactured in India. We pay exorbitant price for importing rides to get good international rides which are not available in India, to give them to the customer, that it becomes very capex heavy business to run. So your break even comes as far as 6 years or 7 years until that, and your trained staff. Training is very important in amusement park because it is all about experience. And so my request here is, if we form a forum, we should get some exemptions from government for amusement park for our standards to improve all over the world. Government is supporting, but unfortunately, we get no support from the government. Absolutely no support. Permissions are so bad that it breaks our bones. Nevertheless, it is still an interesting business to be in.
Kareem, your view?
One more thing, there is a lot of synergy, no doubt, between an FEC and mall, but then there is something which FEC also has to take care of, is to add freshness. There has to be always something fresh in your entertainment zone. Otherwise, because we are not dependent on floating population. Nobody is going to come from Aurangabad and shop in my mall. It is the 10-kilometer radius which is going to come over and over again and going to your FEC as well. So in that case, you have to have something fresh. It is like Shoppers Stop adding new stock. You will have to have something fresh in your FEC every 6 months for your success.
Great, I think we had a fantastic discussion. I'll leave it to the audience to ask questions to a very nice, knowledgeable panel here. Any questions? No questions?
Hi. I just just wanted to understand from the panel that when do they think India will be a ready market for something like, say, Universal Studios? Not from the entertainment right point of view, but you know, for example, if you go to Universal Singapore, today it's equivalent to 2,500 rupees per head for us to enter. Another at least 750,000 rupees by the time you pick up souvenirs and food over there. So when will an Indian family be able to spend 10, 12,000 on a day out for entertainment?
Who is that question for? You take it?
I think the time has arrived. We have dual income groups, and we have people who are aware, and we have people who are not machines. They know the importance of entertainments now in India, and if you see the international tourism, you will see most of the footfalls are Indians. Most of the footfalls to Singapore are Indians. Most of the people who are spending them are also Indians. So if we have that quality entertainment here, I see there is no way we can stop that from being successful.
I'm a double income household. I don't see myself paying 10,000 rupees in Bangalore or Bombay, but I paid that in Singapore.
Because it's your mindset that time. You are going out for leisure. I don't kind of, contradict that. That was ours as well. But the moment you realize that the same quality is happening here as well. So instead of going, say, probably not in Delhi or in Singapore, in Chennai. So you might take, I'm not saying you will, but you might take that as an option and go there and spend. Remember quality. It has to be that international quality. And Indians are ready for it. I think the market is ripe. Rajiv will agree on that, right? Something which we should notice here is we don't market our cities. Singapore markets itself. It's not Universal Studio. We don't market Delhi, we don't market Bombay, we don't market Chennai. We are totally dependent on local population, and that is why amusement parks are not doing business. Why? Because we are lacking this. We are not talking about our city. You understand? It is one little local thing, so it is all dependent on that amusement park owner or on that FSC owner how to market himself. So we should start looking at collectively marketing our cities.